Good afternoon, viewers. Thanks for tuning in. Straight away starting with a quick roundup of all that's making news from across the country. In a first briefing to the media in Guwahati, Eknath Shinde has made it clear that he will be heading to Mumbai soon. In an open challenge to the other faction that has been claiming that it is in touch with 20 MLAs in Guwahati, Eknath Shinde dared them to name them. Eknath Shinde confirmed the numbers on record, claims he is backed by 50 MLAs. This comes amidst talk of a possible floor test in the Maharashtra Legislative Assembly soon. The 50 MLAs Eknath Shinde claims the support of will be in Maharashtra on Thursday, bringing about speculations of whether, when and how the floor test will come to be. Upon being asked about joining the BJP in an alliance, Sada Savankar mentioned how it always had been a wish of the MLAs to have an alliance with the BJP, making it highly likely that the Shinde camp actively wishes to pursue an alliance with the party in the opposition at the moment. The Shinde camp confirmed the possibility of a floor test this week itself as the MLAs prepare to demonstrate their show of strength in front of Maharashtra's governor when they arrive in Maharashtra on Thursday. BJP leader Devendra Fadnavis is in the national capital to hold meet with the top brass in Delhi preparing for the Maharashtra floor test. Fadnavis will also be meeting Amit Shah. The chief ministerial phase for the BJP in Maharashtra is set to meet the Home Minister to prepare for major changes that now almost seems destined to be taken forward. MLAs from the Shinde camp are expected to approach the governor from different sides, making their wish for a recheck in the Maharashtra cabinet known by varied channels, while the likes of two MLAs from the Jan Shakti party as well ready to take no confidence motion to the governor. Amid political crisis in Maharashtra, Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari has sought details from the state chief secretary to provide complete information of all government resolutions and circulars issued by the state government from June 22nd to the 24th. Shiv Sena MP Sanjay Raut in a press briefing said that they will not accept some of the MLAs in the Shinde camp as rebels. Calling the rebels uneducated, Raut said that there is no work for them in Maharashtra.
पहाड़, पानी, तो उनको 11 जुलाई तक और वहाँ आराम करने का ये फरमान है। महाराष्ट्र में उनके लिए कुछ काम नहीं है। जरूर 11 तारीख के बाद जो हमारी मांग है उसके ऊपर विचार होगा। उसका मतलब ये नहीं कि लोग आ गए विधानसभा में आ गए और कुछ कर लिया। आप बहुत ही बारीकी से वो ऑर्डर पढ़ लीजिए। अपने आप में वो बहुत बड़ा एक ऐतिहासिक ऑर्डर है। ठीक है, 11 तारीख, कल परसों ने 11 तारीख तक उनको आराम करना है।
Addressing the media, Sanjay Raut also said that Fadnavis is from the opposition party and should not be interfering between the rebel MLAs.
त्यांच्यामध्ये ती क्षमता आहे. त्याने या राज्याचे मुख्यमंत्री पद सांभाळलेलं आहे. त्याने एक विजन आहे. पण त्याने आता सध्या जे डबकं झालंय त्या डबक्यात उतरू नये. त्यांची प्रतिष्ठा होईल असं माझं त्यांना एक मित्र म्हणून सांगणं आहे.
According to a letter written by Praveen Darikar, the MVA government has issued many government resolutions. He has alleged a foul play, claiming that the action should be initiated against the Aghadi government.
मुझे लगता है राज्य में वोलेटाइल स्थिति है। सरकार अल्पमत में आया है, माइनॉरिटी में है, और इसलिए जो 2.5 साल में हुआ नहीं वो 2-3 दिन में करने का प्रयास ये दिखा रहे हैं। और वो भी लोगों के हित के निर्णय होते तो चलता था। बहुतांश निर्णय जो है उसके पीछे गैर व्यवहार है।
In the letter written, Darikar claimed some 160 government resolutions were issued by the MAHA Vikas Aghadi government in the last 48 hours, June 22nd till the 24th, which looks suspicious. He requested the governor to take action against this.
इसमें बड़े भ्रष्टाचार की आशंका है। जिस तरह के आज जीआर निकले वह बहुत सारे जीआर में शंका है कि इसमें भ्रष्टाचार हुआ होगा। तो मुझे लगता है इसके बारे में मैं राज्यपाल महोदय को लिखा था और राज्यपाल महोदय ने इसके बारे में कार्रवाई की और रिप्लाई देने की सरकार के साथ मांग की है।
Sudhir Mungantivar on Tuesday said that they are waiting for the MAHA Vikas Aghadi government to declare that they do not have the numbers to prove majority in the state assembly.
देखो, हम वेट एंड वॉच की भूमिका में है। कल भी हमने स्पष्ट कर दिया कि हमने इस परिस्थिति को पूरी तरह से ध्यान में रखते हुए आने वाले दिनों में आवश्यक तब हमारी कोर टीम होगी और कोर टीम में इस विषय पे चर्चा मंथन करते हुए फिर हम निर्णय करेंगे।
And talking about Zubair's arrest for hurting religious sentiments, Danish Azad said that the law is working impartially. He further claimed that one should avoid talking about sensitive topics.
देखिए, कानून व्यवस्था पूरी निष्पक्षता के साथ अपना काम कर रहा है और हम सबको समाज में चाहे कोई भी व्यक्ति हो, वो चाहे किसी धर्म समुदाय का हो, हम सबको उन चीज़ों से बचना चाहिए जिससे समाज का जो है आपसी कोऑर्डिनेशन, आपसी सौहार्द बिगड़े। निश्चित तौर पे आज हमारा भारत, हमारा प्रदेश विकास की तरफ तेज़ी से बढ़ रहा है और हम सबको विकास की बात कहनी और करनी चाहिए।
Vishwas Sarang has said that he in fact claimed that the actions are done by the members of the TUKDETUKDE gang and action should be taken against all of them.
जो भी पुलिस ने कार्रवाई की है वो तथ्यों के आधार पर ही होगी और ये सुनिश्चित है कि इस तरह से धार्मिक भावनाएं भड़काकर इस देश में अराजकता फैलाने वाले तत्वों को बख्शा नहीं जाएगा और न बख्शना चाहिए। जो भी इस देश में इस तरह की अनर्गल बातें करेगा उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई होनी ही चाहिए।
Narottam Mishra in a statement regarding Zubair's arrest said that people like them are part of the TUKDETUKDE gang. Union Minister, meanwhile, Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi said that it had become a fashion for secular political syndicate to come together when action is taken against terrorists, separatists and rumor mongers.
पत्रकारिता के नाम पर देश और समाज के खिलाफ एजेंडा चलाने वाले व्यक्ति का नाम जुबैर है ना। पूरे विश्व के अंदर भारत को बदनाम करने की कोशिश करने वाले व्यक्ति का नाम जुबैर है ना। टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग पर रुदाली कार्यक्रम करने वाले जुबैर है ना। और इस तरह का जो खिलवाड़ देश कानून के साथ करेगा वो तो बर्दाश्त के काबिल नहीं है, ऐसी मेरी निजी मान्यता है।
Now, J&K Congress spokesperson Sahil Sharma defended Zubair, alleging vendetta against those who expose the propaganda of the BJP.
जब से ये सारे के सारे पिटे हुए पॉलिटिकल प्राणी बन गए हैं तो इन पिटे हुए पॉलिटिकल प्राणियों की विलाप मंडली एक बन गई है जो हर समय रोती रहेगी, हर समय जो है वो चीखती रहेगी, चिल्लाती रहेगी कि देश बर्बाद हो गया, हम बर्बाद हो गए, हमें जनता ने वोट नहीं दिया, इसलिए जो है वो हम इनके खिलाफ अफवाहें फैलाएंगे, मोदी जी को कोसेंगे।
देखिए, बीजेपी के झूठ, कट्टरता, नफरत को जो भी उजागर करेगा उसके साथ इसी तरह का बर्ताव किया जाता है। इस देश में प्रधानमंत्री जी बात तो करते हैं कि मेरी सरकार की आलोचना होनी चाहिए, लेकिन जो वॉइस ऑफ डिसेंट है वो इस देश के अंदर खत्म हो गया है। बाहर जाके प्रधानमंत्री जी बड़ी बड़ी डींगे इमरजेंसी पे हाँकने, भी 3-4 दिन पहले ही उन्होंने इमरजेंसी पे बड़ा भारी लंबा लेक्चर दिया, फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच एंड एक्सप्रेशन की बात की, लेकिन अपने ही देश के अंदर किस तरह से फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच एंड एक्सप्रेशन की धज्जियां उड़ाई जाती है, ये इसका सीधा जो उदाहरण है वो ये है।
Addressing a media briefing, Sanjay Raut claimed that he is not afraid of being arrested. He further said that he has nothing to hide from the Enforcement Directorate and that he will record his statement as well as soon as he gets time. This comes after he informed that he would be skipping the summons as he has a convention to attend in Alibag. Taking a dig at the BJP Maharashtra, Congress President Nana Patole claimed that the BJP ignored 126 people who have died in Assam to reach the target of 144 MLAs in the state of Maharashtra. NCP student wing put up posters in Guwahati against the Eknath Shinde camp, which is holed up in the Radisson Blu Hotel. A poster read, called them rebel traitors. Executive editor of Samna, Shiv Sena's mouthpiece, Sanjay Raut slammed the rebel MLAs for being holed up in Guwahati. Raut claimed that they were seeking an alliance with the BJP and that they had put a sinister plan to divide Maharashtra in 3 parts. Maharashtra Minister Aditya Thackeray has suggested that the rebel Shiv Sena MLAs should take a morality test as well before the floor test, calling it all a conspiracy. Aditya Thackeray said that the party's doors are open for people who want to come back. He further informed that 15 to 16 people from other group in Guwahati are in touch with the rebel camp, a charge that has been denied by Eknath Shinde. The Shinde camp does not seem to be leaving Guwahati. In fact, it is being said that the Shinde camp will be reaching Mumbai on Thursday. The rebel MLAs have extended booking till 5th of July. Deepak Karsekar, the spokesperson of Shinde camp, said that as soon as the assembly session is convened, they will be coming back to Mumbai. As the government of Maharashtra goes through the twists and turns, Eknath Shinde's camp spokesperson confirmed that they would be going for floor test in the state assembly, saying that they are keen on flying back to Mumbai, especially after the Supreme Court directed the state government to ensure security to them and their families. Congress Nana Patole met Maharashtra Chief Minister and Shiv Sena Supremo Uddhav Thackeray at Matoshri on Monday. After the meeting, he said that they are not in minority and that their government will run for 5 years. He further claimed that the MLAs were forced and given injections. He reportedly had also heard of 50 crores being given to the rebel MLAs. BJP in a media briefing confirmed their stand on the current political turmoil in Maharashtra. They said that they will be following the wait and watch strategy. This comes after a core meeting was conducted at Sagar Bungalow, the residence of Devendra Fadnavis, who has now flown to the national capital. Maharashtra Tourism and Environment Minister Aditya Thackeray said that there are 2 groups of people in Guwahati at the moment, with one engaging in discussions with the leaders in Maharashtra. The minister added that the other group had run away and had no courage and morality. The police officer who was shot at an unarmed civilian in Punjab's Dera Basri has now been suspended, and an FIR has also been registered against the cop. BJP leader meanwhile hit out at the Punjab government for the law and order situation in the state. The 47th meet of the GST Council commenced in Chandigarh today. The meet is to be chaired by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, with a 2-day congregation to include officials from finance ministries and other ministries from across the country. Congress leader Kanhaiya Kumar on Monday faced a Deshdrohi slogan that were chanted against him after his speech at the Satyagraha that was organized by the Indian National Congress in Patna. Some local students also created a ruckus over his presence in the protest. Meanwhile, an FIR was registered against Samajwadi Party MLA Farhan Solanki for divorcing his wife by triple talaq. The MLA is also accused of physical assault against his wife as well as engaging in a demand for dowry. Justice Satish Chandra Sharma took oath as the Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court. Delhi Lieutenant Governor Vinay Kumar Saxena administered the oath at a ceremony in Raj Niwas. Justice Sharma had earlier served as the Chief Justice of the Telangana High Court. Ahead of the Amarnath Yatra in the base camp, the preparations have begun for the pilgrims who are set to arrive for the Amarnath Yatra on June 30th. Camp director said that the government does not provide food at the location but would be only providing langars and would serve over 1.5 lakh meals a day. Adding to the damage caused by the Assam floods, the police station in Bharketi had been washed away by the Brahmaputra in this erosion. The incident took place on Monday evening when the police station was washed away by the floodwaters. As per the data provided by the BMC, 3 people died and many were trapped in this particular 4-story in this building that collapsed in KURLA. Rescue operations are still said to be underway. A bomb scare was sounded at the Gwalior railway station in Madhya Pradesh. A search operation was also carried out at the station, a recent site of vandalization following the Agnipath scheme. Meanwhile, a civic group staged a protest near Nepal's parliament against Chinese encroachment in the country's Gorkha region. The activist group called Rashtriya Ekta Abhiyan accused China of violating the land agreement between the two nations. And in more international news, a Russian missile hit a crowded shopping mall in Ukraine. According to the military administration, at least 18 people have died and 60 others wounded. However, as the rescuers search through the rubble, the figures are expected to rise. US Vice President Kamala Harris administered the ceremonial oath of office to the new United States ambassador to Ukraine. He was confirmed unanimously by the US Senate last month and met with Ukraine President Zelensky in Kiev days later. A crane loading crony tanks onto a ship on Monday dropped on and causing an explosion of toxic yellow smoke that killed at least 13 people and sickened some 250 others. Health officials, meanwhile, have urged people to stay inside and not to open their windows. Now, Japan's one of the 3 women picked in a pool of 36 head referees for the Men's World Cup in Qatar, which opens on November 21st. It is the first time a female will be in charge on saucer's largest stage. Protesters who took to streets against the rising prices and food shortage in Kyoto have agreed to settle on reduced prices for gasoline. The protest went on for 2 weeks and turned violent in 6 provinces after clashing with the police. 46 migrants were found dead near a tractor trailer and 16 others were taken to hospitals in a presumed migrant smuggling attempt into the United States. The officials say that the migrants suffered heat stroke and exhaustion as well. The Cuban authorities on Monday reported that they have rescued 6 people from a makeshift boat and have seized more than a dozen speedboats as well in the national waters. The speedboats were reportedly being used to traffic migrants from waters near Cuba to the US. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization is meeting in Madrid this week. The members are expected to conduct discussions on Ukraine, a boost to their forces on the alliance's eastern flank, and approve a strategic concept establishing top priorities for the coming decade. The Japanese archipelago has seen a record high temperature for June in some areas. Temperature in downtown Tokyo rose to nearly 35 degrees on Monday, higher than the forecast that was given for Sunday of 34 degrees, while north of Tokyo recorded the temperature of over 40 degrees centigrade. Meanwhile, a demonstration was held on Monday in front of the US Embassy in Argentina against the recent ruling by the US Supreme Court allowing states to ban abortions. The protests were organized by National Campaign for the Right to Legal, Safe and Free Abortion that promoted numerous projects in Congress to provide abortion rights in Argentina.